So, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. We are back again with another transfer updates. And it's Saturday. Arsenal can't ruin it because they're not playing today. We're playing next Saturday against Man City. So we've got to wait a whole week to watch Pandemic FC back in action. And Man City away. It don't get much tougher than that, does it? And they're doing a screening at the Emirates. If you've got deep pockets and fancy a slice of pizza and a pint, it's about 49 quid if you want to get yourself down the Emirates. You would have received an email if you're a member, I'd imagine. And yeah, man, just thought I'd give you the heads up on that, really. Not that anyone's going to be paying 49 quid for it, but there you go. It is what it is. Before we get into talking about two players, actually, not just the Szoboszlai, we're going to speak about somebody else who I'd never heard of until about a month ago. And then when I started looking at this guy's figures, he's pretty damn decent. So we're going to get into talking about that particular person in a minute. Make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure you stick a like on the video. Instagram Lee Gunner. And if you want to win or be in with a chance of winning a signed Thierry Henry framed shirt, download Flick. It is free of charge. And go down to the giveaway and then put two emotes into the chat. It is easy as that. And the winner will be picked after we've played Man City. But the first player we're going to speak about is a guy, like I said, I'd never heard of him. I actually see a lot of people chatting about this guy in my chat rooms and that. And I thought it was just a made up name, real talk. I thought this guy was just a made up person in the chat. But his name is Patson Daka. And he is from Zambia. And he is a striker. He's 22 years old. And he's pretty damn decent. He plays for RB Salzburg. Last season, excuse me, last season was really his breakthrough season onto a big stage, shall we say. The Austrian league's not exactly the greatest, but he did score 24 goals and got 6 assists last season in 31 games, which is pretty relentless. This season, he's already started how he ended last season, 5 goals and an assist in 4 games. He is only young as well. He's 22 years old. And Arsenal are apparently eyeing this guy up to come into the fold. Now, obviously, Lacazette has started pretty well this season, to be fair to him. 3-3. Your reward for that, Lacazette, bench. Because that's how we roll at this club. You play well, you're benched. So we benched him. But I can see Lacazette going at some point in the next 12 months or less than 12 months. By next summer, I don't think Lacazette's going to be here. And I think the way Edu and the way Arteta and everyone has spoken about the players that they've brought in already, i.e. Thomas Partey, who had an absolute stinker, by the way, yesterday. They got piped 3-0 and he dropped a 3 out of 10. According to Ghanaian official ratings, he got a 3 out of 10. So, yeah, anybody who did actually bother to watch it, probably sitting there thinking, I wonder why I watched that game, because he weren't great apparently. But if you look at the players we brought Willie and him. They spoke about how he's quick and he's direct. They spoke about Gabriel. He's commanding, he's physical, he's calm on the ball, and then obviously Thomas Partey, that physicality in midfield, dribbling ability, able to run forward with the ball. We're going more for players that are not technically great, but they're a lot more physical and faster. They're more like athletes than footballers these days anyway, aren't they? They're more built to be athletes than technically good footballers. But that's the dynamic we're going down. This guy probably meets that. Lacazette don't. Yeah, Lacazette's just he is what he is, just an average striker. He ain't that great. Yeah, he can hold the ball up. Well, so can Olivier Giroud, and he can do it a lot better. So yeah, for me, we do need to replace Lacazette at some point, and I wouldn't be surprised if that is in the summer. I don't see it happening in January. Don't forget also, when it comes to the summer window, he will be into the last year of his contract, Lacazette. So we're going to have this whole drama again with Lacazette. Will he sign? Won't he sign? Is he staying? Isn't he staying? And yeah, I find it kind of amusing that we had that every single summer for about 6 years. Then we didn't have that at all. Then we had it again with Aubameyang. Now we're going to have it all over again with Lacazette. Personally, I'd get rid of him. And Patson Daka could be the answer. Who knows? We have still got Aubameyang. We could potentially play Aubameyang up front, which is where I want to see him play. If you're going to play this counter-attacking, sit back behind the ball with 90,000 people behind it and hope that Aubameyang scores, then put him up front. So that's what I'd do. We've got Martinelli, again, another fantastic young player. And then obviously this guy his stock's kind of high right now. Big up my boy Connor. Subscribe to that channel if you haven't already, and show him some love. But let's move on to the Bond villain, Szoboszlai. Hey, my name's Dominic Szoboszlai. I just want him to sign so I can say that every time he touches the ball. Szoboszlai. To a war. We need both of them, don't we, really? But we have been looking at this guy for quite a while. And all reports today suggest that we are going to go in with a little cheeky offer in the January transfer window. This is not going to cost that much money. He is only 19. Don't forget that. But he is pretty decent. The last couple of seasons, he's been bagging goals, assists. 2018-19, he played 16 games, 3 goals, 3 assists. Following season, which was last season, was again his breakthrough outstanding season, really. 9 goals, 10 assists in 27 games, which is pretty good, isn't it? For a young lad. Again, he's at RB Salzburg. And again, I don't think he'll cost that much money. The good thing about this guy is he's really good with both feet. And he's, like I said, equally as good left foot or right foot. He can dribble, he can score goals, he can create goals. And we need that creative spark in midfield that we haven't had for a long, long time, probably since Cazorla left. Because listen, people can throw out that fraud at number 10 all they like. That guy don't create anything. And assist stats have given him a career, basically, because other than that, he don't really do a great deal, does he? However, this guy does. This guy goes and scores goals. And that's something that we haven't really got from a midfielder centrally at Arsenal. Yeah, it's all well and good having Pepe out on the right, Willian, Saka, Martinelli, all these players, and Aubameyang and that. Take Aubameyang's goals out. Where's the next 15, 20 goal player? There ain't one. There genuinely isn't one. Not now, anyway. You know, Martinelli might go on and be that guy, but he's injured at the minute, so he can't. But we do need somebody in that midfield that can go and do the job and go and get a load of goals from midfield. Remember when we had the decent teams in 98, 02, 2004? We had goal-scoring Freddie Ljungberg in some of them teams. Do you know what I'm saying? So we always had goals from midfield, you know? And we haven't had that for a long, long time. And it's about time that we had that. And I think that that's where we lack, and that's where we're not quite top 4. You know, the teams that get in that top 4, they either have a lot of creativity, whether it be down the wings with Liverpool whipping the balls in left, right, and centre, or with Man City centrally with Kevin De Bruyne. You know, and then if you look at Chelsea, their midfielders chip in with goals, and Man United as well with Bruno Fernandes. So we haven't really got that. You know, Tottenham don't really have that. And it's no surprise that us two as clubs didn't get anywhere near top 4 last season. We haven't got anyone in midfield that scores goals centrally. You know, it's all well and good having your wingers and stuff like that. Fantastic. But if that's how we want to play, you need to have better wing backs. Yeah, we've got a decent one who's quarantining again. But on the opposite side, we haven't got a proper right back that can cross, can create. I know he created a goal in the last game. I know like it went down as 2 assists. It weren't 2 assists. The second one was a complete load of tosh. He passed the ball and Pepe run 40 yards. Yeah, that's not an assist. The first one he did, what a cross. Yeah, fair play. Great cross. That's an assist. That's putting it on a plate. You can't miss Saka. You're scoring, bruv. But yeah, we need somebody in that midfield. If we're going to play with an attacking, creative midfielder, then we definitely need somebody in there. And that's where we're lacking. And until we get that, we're always going to struggle to be a top 4 team. And then when we get that, we then need to kick on again and try and get some players that can win us titles. Because right now, this team that we've got, we've added Willian, we've added Gabriel, we've added Partey. Is that good enough? Nowhere near for me. Nowhere near. Especially when you still look at the squad list and you still got Kolasinac, Bellerin, Mustafi, Xhaka. You know, these players are not good enough. Joe Willock, Eddie Nketiah, they're not good enough. You know, but what do I know? I'm just a numpty YouTuber on some dead little channel. Thank you very much for all the love and support recently, though. I do appreciate it. 700 people watching. Do smash the likes through the roof. And how long did it take for your Mac to arrive? I'm waiting on a watch. It took 3 days, I think. I'm not getting it until I get to England. But yeah, I think it took 3 days. So yeah, it was pretty quick. And big up Ryanair as well. I normally cuss Ryanair, but they sent me an email yesterday saying my return flight back to Spain is cancelled. But they let me change it for free. So thank you very much. So that's all good. So I get an extra 2 days in England now. So big up Ryanair. They actually did saying good. I'm very well, to everybody asking. There will be a Premier League video coming out very shortly, within the next hour. And then I'll be back streaming again about 6. And then at 7, I will be doing the members stream. I spent about 3 hours trying to set this camera up yesterday, only to realize that I haven't got a HDMI micro cable. And that's not coming until Thursday now. So yeah, that was a waste of time. Although the monitor is set up, it's looking kind of sharp. So yeah, we're all good. We're getting there slowly. We're getting there slowly. Big up Cole Jenkinson. Ah, great. That's class. Would you have me over Hector, bruv? I'd have Gonosaurus over Hector right now. But I hope you're well, man. I see you're not doing so great in Nottingham Forest, mate. Although they have just got a new manager, I think, haven't they? And they've got what's his name? Chris Hughton. Chris Hughton's the manager there now, isn't he? Szoboszlai. Do smash the like sub. Let's read some of your comments out for 5 minutes. Yes, it is. Big up Glenn from Braintree. 263 days until the so-called king of assists leaves the club. One thing people don't tell you is Christian Eriksen's only one that assist behind him, I think, in his whole entire career. I'll tell you that. And Luis Suarez has actually got more assists than Mesut Ozil. Yeah, didn't know that either. See, I could go on mastermind. Ozil could be my specialist subject because the amount of rubbish people have told me about that guy, pie charts, stats, and everything. And yeah, I'd smash. I'd say a mastermind. Just Szoboszlai. Big up Grant. Anywhere between 15 and 22 million, from what I've seen, depends it and who's written it, but anywhere between 15 and 20. I think that that's an absolute bargain, very much like Thomas Partey. Can you imagine if we put him into our midfield with Partey as well? Ooh, all of a sudden we're looking a bit better, aren't we? We're looking a bit better, baby. And yeah, man, it's all good. A whole week in the UK, exactly. Come on, a real one, babe. Stop criticizing our players and help motivate with a positive attitude. Yeah, because they're all sat gathered around watching it right now. Big up Mikel and the squad. Come on, man. Seriously. Yeah, I watch my team on match day and support my team on match day. Before and after, I will say exactly what I want, my friend. But thanks for the continued support. Appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Yes, exactly. A war, Szoboszlai. That's how we roll it, baby. We need to get players with funky names, man. Is it lagging? Everyone's saying it's lagging. What's going on here? What do you mean it's lagging? Oof. Why is it lagging? Am I actually lagging? Real talk. Am I lagging? This Mac's battered, I told you that. Hence why I ordered a new one. This Mac does not do the job properly, and I've outgrown it. The Mac hasn't got the facilities for that, big man, and I had to get a new one. So yes, big up football chats. It says the same people giving the window a rating of 8 or 9 will be the same ones moaning when we don't get top 4 and Conky didn't back him properly. Hypocrites. Well, yeah, I've seen a lot of people giving high ratings out for this transfer window. I don't get it, mate. I genuinely don't understand it. So, listen, New Laurel saying this is lagging, so I'm going to wrap this up. I have no idea what's going on with this, but my internet's fine. It's this Mac, probably. It might even be YouTube or StreamYard. I'm going. Love. Laters, peeps.